Hi Aries, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth, I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader, and this, my darlings, is your Sun, Moon and Stars reading for January into February 2020. We're going to draw three rows. The first row is the Sun section of our reading, or our Divine Masculine, which looks at your actions and experiences in the month of January. The second row, the Moon section of the reading, is your Divine Feminine, which is your emotions, your inner world and your intuition. And finally, the Stars section of the reading is the third row we're going to draw. That's kind of like your rising sign. It's your karmic path. It's where you're headed and outcomes. Okay, so that's the end of the month of January and into the month of February. Okay, with that in mind as well, then don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs. You might get a bit more insight, okay, to help you to navigate the life path that is in front of you, my darlings. And for those of you that are not yet subscribed, please do, because you can. I'm going to be uploading a look ahead into 2020, looking at the key energies and influences. And don't forget to check out the astrology and key wisdom playlists as well. Okay, my darlings. Now, I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera, and then we'll get started on your reading. Okay, my darlings, card at the base of your reading is the Five of Wands. Now, the card at the base of the reading, my darlings, is a key, a significant experience or overall experience for the month, for this time period. Interestingly, you've got the Five of Wands. Now, wand energy is key, is chi, is your life force. That's what it is. It's the thing that animates you. It's the thing that moves you. Okay, and with five we know is about. It's linked to the throat chakra, which is I speak, I express. It's about who you are. It's about this expressing who you are. On the tree of life, number 5 is Jabera, which is power, and we can interpret that as changes. We can interpret that as internal changes. We can interpret that as energy that's going on within, that wants to be seen on the outside. So the change always begins within, and you're bang on theme for 2020. I've not done anything on 2020 online as yet, even though I've been looking at it for the last since October. I've been looking at those energies since October, and let me tell you, you're right on track looking at this. This is about internal changes, okay? Things that you've gone through, the lessons that you've been going through this year, starting to manifest themselves externally, which means that your actions are going to be significant in the month of January. So let's have a look at what they are. Interestingly, this card has got quite a strong pull, so I've just put that there just so I remember that this card is quite a key feature. So let's have a look at the actions and experiences that you can expect to be coming toward you in the month of January. We start with the Knight of Cups. We then have the Knight of Pentacles. We then have the Magician, and we next have the Ace of Cups. I mean, wow, Aries. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so the beautiful thing about these are your actions and experiences. It tells us just the basic things, and we look at it. We're looking at change. We are looking at a lot of change that's coming toward you and in your life. And it's interesting because we have you doing things differently, you speaking differently, you emoting differently, you communicating differently when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to the things that you want to achieve. Let's start here with the Knight of Cups, okay? So the Cups energy is about your emotional world, your inner world, and it's about the things that you care about, your emotional self, your emotional body. And Knights are masculine, active, which means that they're about the external things around us, experiences that we have, and the things that we do, the actions that we take. So there's this is about acting on love, but there's a change that these, all the court cards also represent change. When we see a number of court cards, it means that you're in the process of going through something, you're in the process of bringing something about, you're in the process of applying changes in your life, really practical changes, and changes that help to more authentically express yourself emotionally. Now we've got the Knight of Pentacles next. Now Pentacles energy is about where we put our energy and effort in order to manifest our security. The Knight is the slowest moving energy in the deck, but what this tells us now is that you are it's funny because I could see these, so I know already what's coming, but I'll just tell you the meanings of this card. It's funny because you're in a place now where you've as I said, 2019, we know how hard it's been, we know how hard 2019 was, the wading through everything, the uncovering of things, the understanding who we are and what we want and what we need to feel secure. And it's been a long year for you. 2019 was a long year for you. The difference now is that you're ready to not only face those differences and the changes that are necessary, you're willing to put energy and effort into creating those changes for yourself. But we also have the actions. This is you actually taking actions, putting things into effect, not plans necessarily, actions, doing things differently, saying things differently, speaking differently. I'll refer this to love in a minute because obviously we need to refer it to love. Next we have the Magician energy. We've got two wands actually. We've got the Ace of Cups and we've got the Magician, both obviously number one in the deck. Now the Magician energy is your personal power, you wielding your personal power. I think about this card now, I'm always, my knowledge is always, and my wisdom is always expanding because of the work that I do. First of all, the number one is related to the root chakra. Okay, this is the affirmation for that is I do and I am, and this is about the root chakra is about your survival, your security, your instinct, your control of fear, you feeling grounded or not. Whether you feel grounded or not. When we have two wands here, we know that there's a new. Again, I've been saying this. There's lots of new things coming for you in the month of January, and there's lots of new experiences that you're going to be having. These indicate new experiences that you have brought about yourself. Yes, in love, but also in practical things, maybe work, etc. Relationships with other people, not necessarily romantic, but in some cases definitely romantic. There's definitely shifts and changes going on because that's something that you have brought about by the actions that you've been taking up until this point, up until throughout 2019. You feel reborn, almost re-strengthened. This is like, that powerful inner us that we all have. The Magician is letting the rest of the world see that. It's all standing out there to be counted, standing up and being counted. You've brought about the changes that are coming forward in your life in the month of January. And then we've got the Ace of Cups. So this is an emotional new beginning, clearly. And it can be the beginning of a new relationship, yes, with yourself. We'll apply it to other people in a minute. This is about you recognising your value, your worthiness, your self-worth. And that's been something you've struggled against. My attention's been drawn back over here now to the Five of Wands. So this is telling me that potentially for some of you, there's been a relationship we're referring to love now, relationship that you've been trying to overcome, or there's been conflict within your relationship. And yes, romantic relationships, but it could be another relationship. There's been conflicts, and that's obvious. 2019, the year of, you need to check out that video in the astrology playlist actually about the eclipses in 2019, but I digress. What this is saying is that the work that you've been doing is now going to change things. Things are going to be different, because you're going to ensure that things are different. Now, when it comes to love, when it comes to the energy of this card, actually, Ace of Cups, I always say it feels like, to experience, to me, to someone who works as a Reiki master and in the work that I do, the energy of the Ace of Cups is very similar to the Tower card. The same energy feels similar, because that's kind of like mind-blowing. It's kind of like we're stunned. It's extraordinary. Extraordinary things seem to happen, or you feel, wow. When you have those extraordinary experiences, it kind of leaves you speechless. That's this type of energy. So expect huge changes in the month of January. This is what's going to be going on around you. There's going to be a lot of things changing, but things that you have already put work into eliciting these changes, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's come to what's going on beneath the surface then, potentially what's hidden. This is your divine feminine here, so let's have a look at that. So this is how you're going to be feeling. Yes, I always love to see this card, the Ten of Cups. I'll talk to you about the difference between Cups and Pentacles, actually, even though we might get that, because we've got the Pentacles here as well. So we've got the Ten of Cups first of all, we've got the Judgment energy second, we've got the Seven of Wands, and we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So we've got some balance. We've got balance here and here. We've got two Knights here, and we've got two Sevens here. There seems to be what I'm just being drawn to just immediately is this feeling unbalanced. This experience of feeling unbalanced. Don't worry, you're not alone. That's how it's been for the last 12 months. Well, the last 3 years, but we'll just talk about the last 12 months. It's been like that. There's been this you've maybe felt this energy a lot, experienced this energy a lot, experienced the energies of change and the conflict that goes on within us when we have to start making changes, when we recognize that our actions don't support our feelings. And so what it's looking like is this balance is being restored. Next year, 2020, is the year of number 4, which is obviously about stability. It is about what we love. It's the center of us. Number 4 is our families, our roots, where we come from, the structures in our lives. And so we're all going to be feeling a lot more secure in 2019. And I feel like the imbalance that you've been feeling, or if you feel like you've been up and down, or it's been an emotional roller coaster for some people, for you that I'm speaking to, that emotional roller coaster is sort of settling out. It's kind of like not necessarily plain sailing, but there's a huge changes coming, and it's like you're gonna realize this year of the roller coaster, it's actually given you something. It's actually taught you something. It's actually left you with things that you can use of value as you move forward now through 2020, which is beautiful. Okay, so we come to the Ten of Cups here. Different to the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles energy is about, as I said, where we put our energy and effort in order to manifest security. Ten of Cups is about finding that within us. So Ten of Pentacles, we can work hard, we can get a job, we can create good, sustain relationships, and we can have the family, the money, all that stuff. That's Ten of Pentacles, and it's great to have Ten of Pentacles. But Ten of Cups is something different. Ten of Cups is that inner joy. Ten of Cups is finding within you, understanding within you what it is you need, what it is you want in order to feel happy and joyful. And it's as if you've not had that, that's what's changing. That's what this has been about. That's what this energy has been about. That's what these changes have been about that you've been going through. We have all experienced a huge amount of that in 2019 and 2020. This is card 20, actually. Funny. I didn't even... Anyway, but it's interesting how I live mindfulness over everything. That's my motto. And for me, I sort of spend time and reflect on, okay, how is this affecting me? What am I learning about myself? How should how can I be more connected to who I am, to this 10 of Cups here. And it can leave us feeling shaken, it can leave us feeling afraid, but you need to realize that there's gems and there's beauty and there's joys in the things that you've been through, even the difficult, challenging, hard, stressful things that you've been through. We have Nexus energy of the Judgment energy here, so card number 20. 2 is about our commitments, actually. 2 is about what we need, about what we want. That's the affirmation. It's related to our sacral chakra, our second chakra, our sacral chakra, which is about your relationship to career, power and money. I call it the torture chamber, the second chakra, because it's not only is it our passions and our creativity, but it's also where we hold on to the slights that we felt, the betrayals and the hurt and the pain. So it's all in that same place. So that's why sometimes going after our dreams, doing the things that we love and we're passionate about, can feel so scary. Okay, because it's all sort of processed in that same area. We hold it in that same area, in our second chakra, in our sacral chakra. We've got Judgment energy here, though. In this instance, Judgment for me is about revelations. Judgment for me is about spiritual. This is what you're going through anyway. Spiritual growth and understanding. And when we talk about spiritual, when I talk about spiritual, what I mean by that is everything that's not physical. So, you have your physical body, everything else that is you, that is not your physical body. That's what I mean by spiritual. So your ideas, your perspectives, your thoughts, your dreams, your imaginings, your highest ideals, your morality, your intuition, all those things are you. And they're all different in all of us. And maybe you're the only person that knows what all those things are for you. And maybe you're learning what all those different things are for you. This is about some of those things being revealed to you. This is about you recognizing and being able to see and hold on to and recognize, oh my God, I do feel like this about myself. I do feel like this about this person, this experience, etc. So judgment is being the light being shone on something that has been previously hidden from us, not because of anything that we've done, just because it's not been ready for us to see it, to hear it, to feel it, to know it. Now you know. And I feel like what it is is you're learning and understanding who it is you are, what it is you need, what it is you want. Number 7, interesting. Number 7 is my master number. I say that every time, as you know. Number 7 is my master number, linked to the 7th chakra here, the crown chakra. I had a beautiful experience last night in meditation. It was the most amazing experience ever, actually. One of. I've had quite a few, but that was pretty special. And anyway, I won't bore you with the details of that, darling, but needless to say, the 7th chakra was well on. And 7th chakra, the affirmation for that is I am, I understand. Because 7 is the number of mystery. 7 is the number of, we ask questions in order to know, and then we ask more questions when we know. We always ask questions. There's never an answer. There's never a final answer. But with the 7 of Wands, there's something that you understand now. There's something that you can hold on to now that is authentically you, that is authentically rooted in your energy, your key, your chi, your life force. There's something that you understand now within you that is necessary for your happiness, for your joy, for your ability to move forward. You understand what that is. Now it's something, as I said, that you're potentially passionate about, because it is linked to the Wand energy here, which is about our passions as well as our creativity. The 7 of Wands here is asking you to hold on to this. You're holding on to you found something out, some information about yourself, something that you needed to know, something that you needed to reflect on. And if, say, for example, a secret has been revealed, or you have discovered a secret or whatever, I don't know, recently or this at the beginning of 2020, it's not. So say, for example, this is just an example. It doesn't mean this is happening to anybody. Say, for example, you find out that your wife is cheating on you, or your husband's cheating on you, and the thing that you learn from that isn't, oh my God, that's not the secret. The secret isn't, oh my God, my husband's cheating on me, my wife's cheating on me. That's not the secret. The secret is, oh my God, I felt that was going on. I felt like this person was cheating on me or this person was lying to me. I felt like that. And I didn't do anything about it. Why? I felt like that and I ignored it. Why? That's what these energies are about. It's not about the secret that someone tells you. It's not about finding out that your wife's cheating on you or whatever. Or there's a secret. It's not about the secret of the other person that the other person's keeping. It's about what that secret reveals about you. What that tells you about your psyche, about your psychic self. As I said, everything about you that's not physical. It's what it's what this event tells you about you. That's what this is about. And as I said, I feel like that the stress, the challenge of 2019 has been so intense. Whatever's been going on for you as an individual in your life, the stress, the challenge, the difficulties have been so intense at times. And we can feel like, I said in one of my videos a few months ago, it's like been like you're in a washing machine. And I don't know what video it was, which sign it was. And everyone was saying, oh my God, the amount of comments I got about, oh my God, I know what you mean about the washing machine. That's how I felt. And it feels like we've been in a washing machine, you know, we've been sort of, the universe has been refining us and refining us and refining us. And in 2019, and we've been washing away what's not real, what's not needed, what we can release. And you find gems as hard and as challenging and as intense as that process has been for all of us. For all of us. It's not just you. It's not just you that's suffered. It's not just you that's felt it. Your partner has, your husband has, your child has, your boyfriend has, your girlfriend has, your friend has, your mum has, your dad has. So it creates, we've all been going through it this year, so it creates that conflict. But what it also creates is that karmic sense of change is necessary. Change gonna come. Change gonna come. Seven of Pentacles, finally, okay, I'm going on a bit, I know, but Seven of Pentacles here, we've got this energy of, again, Pentacles, where we put our energy and effort in order to manifest security. This is the why. Why do I do what I'm doing? Why am I doing this job when I don't want it? Why am I... Because that's what 2019 may have taught you. Why am I in this relationship when I don't want it? Because that's what 2019 may have taught you. Why do I take all these selfies when I don't want to? That's what 2019 may have taught you. Whatever 2019 has taught you, this is what this is. This is about you realizing it in a very real way, in a way that changes your actions, in a way that is motivating you to actually do something about it, actually start again, actually make changes. Your actions are going to be different, and this is because this is you getting to know you. This is you, more authentic you, and you feel that and you know that, and that's what's beautiful about 2020 actually as we enter 2020, and that's what's beautiful for you. So let's have a look at outcomes then. Okay, let's have a look at the star section of your reading. So this is where you're headed. So this is the end of January into, and obviously it's beginning of February. So let's have a look at these energies here. Okay, so we've got the five of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, we've got the Three of Swords, and we've got the Ten of Swords. Wow. Okay, so this is a lot of sword energy. So I don't think it's been in your head. It's the first time we've seen sword energies in your card, actually, or energies, apart from the Magician, obviously. It's the first time we've seen it in this reading, and it is... Sword energy is about our thoughts, our minds, our clarity, our consciousness, our communication, what we say and think, and what we allow ourselves to say and think. Excuse me. So the sword energy is about that mental clarity, our mental processes, and we're pretty much covered in swords here. Number 5, as I said, it is a card of change, and it's about, this is where you're headed. Now, for some of you, it could be the example that I gave, a similar, that's Tiny sleep barking, if you can hear that in the background. It does that, it sleep barks. Bless him. Anyways, but he's obviously sleeping and hearing what I'm saying, and he's responding to your reading, so he obviously knows what's going down. See, Tiny's much as part of key wisdom as I am. Anyway, I digress, my darling. So you what you're going to end up doing in January is you're going to feel differently, and you're going to start behaving differently, and you're going to make changes. You're going to make a change of some description. I don't know what it's going to be, whether it's your job, whether it's in relationships. You will know. You want to make a change, and you're going to make, and this is you taking actions to make those changes, to bring about this new beginning and this new start. You understanding that this is what's necessary for you, what's right for you, what you need. It's like plain as day now. It's plain as day. You can't avoid the truth, and you know what needs to change. You know what needs to be done. And yeah, if that brings about conflict, it brings about conflict. But what that's going to end up doing is you're going to do this. You're going to make the change, and then you're going to end up worrying about it. You're going to end up. We're going to get to end of January, beginning of December, and you're going to be all up in your head about it. You're going to be all up in your head about it. That's what these 3 cards represent. The 5 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. Now, I want to tell you that you need to change that mindset. Number 5 is about change, and I want you to change that mindset. It feels strange to you in a way to express yourself so candidly and so truthfully. It feels strange to everybody. I don't know why. Isn't that funny? Isn't that strange? Why is our default not honest? Do you know what I mean? Like, why when someone says, how you doing? How's your relationship? How's your job? Are you happy? Why don't we just say the truth? Why do we all do that rhetoric thing? Do you know what I mean? And go, yeah, I'm fine, even though we're dying inside. Do you know what I mean? Like, why do we do it? Do you not think that's strange? That the default is to cover it up. The default is to lie, and we think that that's being compassionate. That's not compassion. Don't lie to yourself. That's not compassion. That's something else for another video. But don't do that. But this is what I kind of feel like I want to tell you. Like, just face it. Just face it. Just be honest. Just allow yourself to think it. And the thing is, yeah, people be like, you know, I don't want to think about myself as this. I don't want to think about myself as that, or whatever labels you apply, or whatever labels they've applied. I don't want to think about this situation. I don't want to think about that situation. It hurts me too much. And what? What do you think is going to happen to you if you think about it? What do you think is going to happen to you if you start putting yourself first? What do you think is going to happen to you if you just start telling the truth when your partner or your mum or your dad or your husband or boyfriend or your child asks you how you're feeling? What do you think is going to happen if you just keep lying? Not saying that you're lying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm saying that we do that. And I feel like that's going to be something that you're not going to want to do anymore. I don't think you're going to be able to do it. I think it's going to be really hard for you to do it. I think it's going to be hard for you to not just give a straight answer when someone says, how you feeling, what do you want, whatever. I just don't know why our default is to lie. It's so strange that we, as a society, that's what we encourage. Oh, don't tell them that they don't look nice in the outfit. Why not? Like, why not? Like, why would you not say to your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your friend, mate, nah, man, I ain't feeling those jeans. I ain't feeling that top. Do you know what I mean? Oh, no, yeah, it looks nice. It doesn't look nice. You don't think it looks nice. Tell the truth. Just what is so wrong? Anyway, I don't know why I'm going on about this, but for some of you, it's those types of things as well. There's honesty in your friendships that you're not, and it's not, as I said, that you're lying. It's that you do it to save their feelings, or you do it to save your feelings, or you do it because it's what's nice. It's not nice. It's not nice. Don't lie. Don't lie. These aren't. Listen, Mikao Yusui, the founder of the father and founder of Reiki, he did not say these things to us. You know, be honest in your dealings with people and be compassionate toward yourself and to others. He did not say those things so that we could just, you know, this is how it's going to be so easy for us to live. He said this because this is how we invite blessings into our life. The secret method of inviting many blessings is just for today, and we do these things and we live this way mindfully. Reiki masters like myself, we do these things and we live this way because that helps us to be accountable for every thought that we have, for everything that we say. If I'm not being honest, then I need to ask myself, why am I not able to be honest when they ask me? Because that's what's compassionate for you. That's what helps us to stop the worry. That's what helps us to stop the anger. That's what helps us with humility, because we understand that we're all in the same boat. There's no difference. I don't care how much money you've got. I don't care whether you're black or white, pink. It don't matter. We're all the same. people don't, we're all exactly the same in that we're all these things all the time. Anyway, I digress. Hopefully I'm getting the message. Hopefully you're getting the message, okay? You're going to start to question whether or not you're doing the right thing. Did I do the right thing? Did I speak the right way? This is a mindset. This is a mindset that you need to change. And you do change it. It does change. It's that worry again. You see, what you're doing is you're going back to the old habits. You're going back to the habits of 2019. You're going back to the habits of what you would have done before you had the year. So you're worrying again. You're worrying. So what do? Don't stop worrying. Ask yourself why you're worrying. Reflect. That's what meditation means. Meditare. It means to reflect, to consider, to think over. So do that. Reflect, consider, to think over what it is you're worried about. What it is, why it is you're now panicking. Because you realise that that's not what you're doing. You realise that's just what you learned to do over the years. And now you realise, well, 2019 taught me something different, so I know I can do something differently. And really, and that's where you get to with the ending here. But really what we see here is the universe's beautiful way of showing us the scars that we carry, showing us the wounds that we carry. That's the beauty of our karmic paths, the experiences that we have out in the world, the things that we do. So it's you taking the action this month. You know, it's you doing it in January, starting the new job, or quitting the old job, or starting the relationship, or whatever it is you're doing. You're the one who's taking the actions to set those wheels in motion. And then you get a crisis of confidence. Very normal. We all do it. But the crisis of confidence is, I feel good about what I'm doing, but my mind, I'm scared, I'm worried. My mind, I'm anxious about it. I've got anxiety. Why? And it's because of, and you'll realise if you reflect on that, you'll realise it's because of what's already happened. That's what this card talks about. It talks about an impediment. I call it an impediment. It's like something that we've happened, an experience, potentially formative experience that forms or fixes our way of thinking about ourselves, about our abilities, about our beauty, about whatever it is for you. So you just have to sort of ride it out. You just have to be mindful. You just have to sit with the energy. You just have to sit with it, because all it is just thoughts in your head. That's all it is. It's just thoughts in your head. That's all it is. It's thoughts in your head. And those thoughts in your head tell you that you're not worthy. Or those thoughts in your head tell you that you're ugly. Or those thoughts in your head tell you that you're fat. Or those thoughts in your head tell you that you're stupid. But you're not ugly. You're not fat. You're not stupid. You're none of those things. What you are is, you were hurt way long time ago. Or someone bullied you and told you long time ago, or your ex-partner from long time ago told you that you were useless or you were worthless. And what's happened is you've changed, you've moved on, and you've grown, but those thoughts, those still exist in your head. They form a part of you. Even though they're not real, they're just thoughts in your head. But they have a very real effect on your life. And it's as if you realise that these thoughts have been holding me back. That's what 2019's taught you. These thoughts have been holding me back. That ex has been, whatever it is, the situation from the past. That's what this card represents. It's been holding you back. 3 is about uncovering, learning. 3 is about understanding. 3 is understanding on the tree of life. It's literally what it is. It's literally understanding on the tree of life, number 3. And that's about your inner wisdom. It's about understanding. So understanding why you think this way. This is what needs to change your mindset, your perspective about yourself, your perspective about the friend or the partner, whatever it is. That needs to change, because you need to realise that this learned behaviour needs to be let go of. And that's exactly what this card represents. This card represents, listen, you've thought about it, you've thought it all through now. You know, you panicked about it, you've been anxious about it, you've worried about it, you've spent the last 3 weeks of January bloody worrying about it, love. But are you going to do it or not? You're going to do it, because you need to change it. You need to make those changes. You know it's time to make those changes. You know it's time to, whatever the change is, whether it's, do you know what, I need to get some help. I need to go speak to a doctor, or I need to go speak to a therapist, or, you know, I need to tell them that I'm struggling, or I need to quit this job, or I need to start this business, or whatever it is for you as an individual. You worry as much as you want, but at the end of it, so end of January, beginning of February, you're going to have made moves that bring about the changes, the very real changes in your world around you. Okay, finally, we'll look at this card here, the Page of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles, so we've got the Knight of Pentacles here and the Page of Pentacles. So this is you feeling, yes, afraid, you know, we're not confident necessarily, but you're still willing to do what it takes. You're still willing to take the actions necessary. I just had a message there, actually. for some of you, this could also be, I always look at the cards as from your point of view, but for some of you, this could actually be a helping hand as well. Someone coming to help you, someone coming to offer you assistance in making your dreams a reality, in bringing about the changes that you deem necessary and that you understand are necessary. So it's an interesting start to the year. I mean, you're being tested. I'll do when I do the astrology, Aries, I'll as I said, I'll post it so you can see it. It'll be over Christmas, so you can have a look at it. Have a look at the astrology, because I'm interested to see where Saturn is. Actually, Saturn's my ruling planet. I'm a Capricorn. I don't know what your ruling planet is, Aries. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it seems like Saturn is about, and Saturn, or it might be Saturn or your ruling planet. As I said, check out the astrology when I post it. But it's interesting because it's that lesson. It's not. There's no break. It's like you're being tested in a sense of, have you learnt it? The universe is asking you in January, have you learnt it now? Do you know it now? Is it in you now that this is not real, that this isn't you? Have you learnt the lesson now that just because that happened them years ago doesn't mean that it can hold you back? It should still be holding you back. Have you learnt it? Universe is asking you, because I'm going to test you. And that's what seems like. It seems like the universe is saying with this reading, let me see what you've learned in 2019, because you know that you're better than you thought you were. You know that you're stronger than you thought you were. You know that you're worthy of love. So let me see by your actions that you've learned those lessons. That's how Saturn speaks. Saturn, this is what it feels like. It feels like, as I said, it might be Saturn or your ruling planet. We'll have a look at that. Check out the astrology when I post it. It's that type of energy, though. It's that energy of, well, that's what this reading's about. Change won't come, and this is really leading you towards your inner joy, inner peace, inner truth. You know who you really are, the authentic you. And I love the fact, Aries, that you've been. Do you know what? This might sound odd, but I love the fact that you've been afraid, because you've been afraid, and that fear is what. This is what I say. Did I show you this last time? I showed this to some of them. This is what I say. That fear is a karmic experience, just like anything else. It's what anchors us. All of our karmic experiences anchor us in this moment, in our present moment, in where we are now, how we are now, who we are now. And that's what brings about our awareness. I've spilt my tea on this. and our acceptance of our reality. And that's where you're headed. That's where we're all headed in 2020. I love the fact that this is this reading for you, because it's a good one. You know, you're being asked immediately to answer the call in 2020. Have you learnt the lessons of 2019? Because it's time to start showing what you learned, and it's time to start showing the universe and yourself that you are worthy and that you know it, that you are worthy and capable and powerful, and you know it, and your actions are going to show that to the world. And I've got every confidence in you, Aries, that you can bring that about. All right, my darlings, I better get off now, and I better shut up. I hope you like that reason. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. As I said, do all the things, like and subscribe and all that. And it's Christmas. I want to say Merry Christmas to those people that celebrate Christmas. Happy holidays. Have a lovely, happy and blessed New Year's, my Aries, and I will see you all again January. So in January with your brand new readings in the new year. I'm having 3 weeks off. All right, my darlings, have a wonderful holiday season. Have some time to yourself, with your friends, with your family, and enjoy it. All right, my loves, we're at the end of 2019. We made it, and it's not been for nothing, okay? So keep the faith. All right, my Aries, take care, my darlings. Bye.